Taking that early lead, how disappointing not to get something out of the game, Jordan?
Extremely disappointing. I think started okay, obviously got the goal, and then from there for the rest of the first half I think we were trying to do things at the wrong times. I think as a team we're obviously in that period of trying a new formation. Obviously Dorsey and Parkey in charge, and we've dramatically changed our style of play, or tried to, and we're doing things at the wrong times in periods of the games, and we're getting punished for it. You can see that at times we're doing it at the right times and it's coming off, and we're getting into good passages of play and good periods of play and good positions in their half. But there's times in some games, and I think we were guilty of that, especially early on in the first half against Carlisle, where we're obviously doing some of them things at the wrong times, and it's obviously just facts that we're in early stages of that transition of trying to change. No game is acceptable to lose. That we had a very honest chat at half time. I think second half was much better, but at the end of the day we didn't come away with anything. So in terms of second half, much better, but still not good enough in terms of coming away with nothing from the game.
Yeah, it's been a thing this season, isn't it? I mean, sort of producing 90-minute performances. When you have done, you've had some really good results, but in lots of games this season you have a good 20 minutes and then you have a really poor 20-25 minutes.
I think that's it. We spoke about it, I think, for, like you said, the entire season, the consistency. That's exactly what it is, the consistency, and especially now that we're trying something different, we're just not there yet. We're not good enough at managing that period of play. I think we obviously need to get better at it, and I think that's evident from today.
Yeah, obviously a couple of weeks ago you were well away from the playoffs, and the season sort of drifting away. I mean, is it a mind thing? Is it physically? Do you feel as if you're all not quite at 100% all the time at the moment?
Not at all. Training has been excellent. Everyone's really enjoying it. Everyone's enjoying what Dorsey and Parkey are trying to implement in the team. Everyone's excited to play. I think you've seen that even the people that ain't involved today, you think it's an end of season game where, like you said, nothing to play for. The players that come on were fantastic. I think second half made a real impact to us. And I think that it's obviously honest mistake. I think like I said, like I touched on, we're doing things at the wrong times. We're just not we're not used to playing in that type of way, and the boys we're just doing things at the wrong times, but we're also doing things at the right times. And when we're doing it at the wrong times, we are getting punished for it at the end of the day. So we need to be better at managing it and when to play that style of play. At the minute, you can tell we're at the very early stages of that as a young group, and we're just a bit naive at times, I think.
Dorsey was talking about the impact of Sam Taylor. He's saying somebody who's come through the Tranmere system, and earned his place to play. What have you seen in Sam in training, and obviously when he's been involved in the last few games?
Definitely, like I said, from training, he's definitely one that obviously I come up against quite a lot. Real live wire, really exciting young player. I think it's excellent that he's being brought into the team now towards the end of the season. I think you touched on there, like the position we're in, we're not exactly fighting for anything going forwards or trying to get away from anything below us. So it's really about like what we're trying to do. We're trying to implement a new style of play and really building towards the end of the season to come into next season and be better at it. It's obviously tough to take losing games. We don't want to lose any games of football whatsoever, but if you're gonna try and implement something and bring players on, and like you said there, like you touched on young Sam, it's the perfect time to do it. But we can't come to places like this and come away with nothing. I think, like I touched on, the second half was much better. Could have definitely obviously got something from the game, but we didn't. So either way, we're trying stuff, but it's still unacceptable to lose these games of football. We still want to win games of football, even though we are in that transitional period. But the boys are obviously not happy with that. The manager's not happy with that. So we just need to knuckle down and keep working on it and be better at what we're trying to do.
And of course, Rochdale on Tuesday night, another side deep in trouble. So expect the same as you had today.
We've got these games coming up. We've got a lot of these games. We got Northampton last game this season as well. So we've got these teams that are really, really fighting for something. So it's up to us to really go out there and put in a performance, you know. And I touched on it a couple of weeks ago in an interview that regardless of our position, everyone's still got something to play for. Whether that's you're fighting for a contract here, you're fighting for people watching you, you're fighting for the fans. You know, we had a good crowd to come watch us today. It's obviously a long way, and we need to do better at longer periods of the game. So everyone's still got something to fight for, regardless of our position. So Tuesday will be no different. They're fighting for something. They're fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table, and we need to go there and put in a performance. You know, it's quite local to us, so we'll have a big following, and we need to obviously do much better for the fans.